going to talk about.
Look how bad that looks.
It looks fine. Did you just hear the peafowl?
Is that what that was?
I think so.
I heard them making noises the other day.
Maybe they're settling in, so that's why they're getting a little louder.
Bye-bye.
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 So how's everybody out there in YouTube land?
Live stream land.
Both of you, or one of you out there.
Well, we can talk about the weather while we
sure can.
Wait to get started.
So we had 2 straight days of rain. So there was hurricane, it's either Henry or Henri, depending on if you live in America or not.
Oh, that's ugly.
I'm just saying. We speak English, right?
We speak whatever language.
Do we say guillotine? No, I mean, you can speak whatever language you want, but anyway.
So they were predicting power outages for 7 to 10 days. Hi, Rick Dorman. How are you?
Saying it was going to be worse than Sandy and all this stuff. And we actually just ended up with 2 days of rain.
Right.
Where it literally rained for like 2 days nonstop. I think we got close to 5 inches, which is a lot.
But it wasn't that bad.
No.
Nobody lost power.
We used it as
Hello.
An excuse to not do anything at all on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. That was your first like full solid day off.
In a very long time.
Since when?
Since we bought this place.
Hey, Smear, how's it going? Why is my computer not?
I don't know.
Maybe if I pause this.
Because that's your computer, right?
Yeah. Well, this is going.
Right. Anywho.
Good idea to rest.
Yeah. But so you would think that after 2 straight days of rain and 4.5 inches of rain, that it would not be muggy anymore. And you would be wrong.
Wicked Awesome Gardening. Hello, how are you?
Because like today and yesterday it has been really hot.
Yeah.
And also really muggy.
The heat index today was over 100, they were saying. So that's always fun.
Excuse me. Nasty.
Yeah.
Just nasty. Nasty stuff. No good. But anyway. Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about your palette forks? Most exciting thing on John's mind. Because we always make a list of what we're going to talk about for the live. And I was like, oh, what do you want to talk about for the live? And right away, John was like, palette forks.
I didn't hear you come up with anything.
The Reading Artisan Fair I came up with.
There you go. And the stump.
And the stump.
And the tax assessor. So
Spoiler alert.
1, 2, 3. We came up with half and half. Usually you come up with all of the
list,
topics. Yeah. So I think me coming up with half the topics, you're not allowed to make fun of me.
Okay, you get a gold star.
All right, I'm not talking for the rest of the time. I'm fine.
You've got to talk about your palette forks.
Nope.
So we had friends over on Wednesday.
I'm not talking. Do you know what days of the week are?
No. So we had friends over and there was supposed to be a delivery, like the day before, and they pushed it back.
Yeah, it was either last Wednesday or Friday. It was last Wednesday.
Is that why we didn't go live?
No, it wasn't last Wednesday. It was last Friday.
See?
Well, I'm only confused because you confused me. All right. So I'm going to end the live right now. Thank you guys so much for coming. See you later.
Cincinnati yesterday, and oh my God, the humidity. I know why I moved. Yeah. But you moved to Wildfire Land, so.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything about that, but yeah. Anyway, so I think anybody who owns a tractor gets excited about new attachments. That's just how it is. Take a poll, tractor owners. That's what happened. So I was excited to get my pallet forks because it allowed me to do a whole bunch of different things now. Is now like instead of, it harkens back to when we were cutting down all of these trees back here. So we would cut everything up and then we would have to stack the brush somewhere. And if we needed to move it, you had to like hand move each one of those sticks. Now I can just go in there with the pallet forks, pick the whole thing up and drive it away, which is nice. And you'll see that in our video on Friday, I think, once Catherine gets to editing it. So anyway, So I was pretty excited to get them. And even though Catherine's making fun of me for it, because who really gets excited for something like pallet forks? But they came in handy.
Yep.
And yeah.
And that's not why we didn't go live last week. Why didn't we go live last week? We were working on something? Where are the days?
Yeah.
Look, everything
No,
is such a blur right now.
I haven't been able to keep track for a long time.
So we didn't post a video on Monday because it rained on Sunday. Why didn't we go live though?
Yeah, it must have just been,
A bad day.
I guess. I don't know.
A mystery.
Did we post in the community tab? Why not? It
No,
doesn't
I
matter.
don't think so. I don't usually do that.
I do that
Oh,
sometimes.
all right. So the other night I was sleeping and like peacefully sleeping and I felt something touching my face and I thought it was a piece of my hair. And like 3/4 of the way asleep, I like brushed it off. It was, what are those called? The murder crickets?
Cicadas?
No, the cricket things, the basement
Oh,
crickets.
the camelback crickets.
Camelback cricket on my face while I was sleeping. Holy cow, I thought I was gonna die. And John like slept through this whole event. And I got like a roll of paper towels and I'm like the whole thing and I'm like holding the flashlight in my mouth because I want to like.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah. Because I wanted to get him and throw him outside. Well, that's what all those paper towels right by the door
I was wondering
are.
about that.
Yeah, because I just like.
Why didn't you just kill it or ask me to kill it?
Because I didn't want to kill him in our bed. Because he went from my face to my pillow, and I was like, "Oh no!"
You don't even use a pillow.
I know, but I didn't want
poking holes in your story.
I didn't want cricket guts in our bed. I just wanted him not on my face or in my space. Yeah, I pretty much did die. It took me a minute to go back to sleep. I was like, just like, and then like everything that I felt like, you know how that is. Like you pick a tick off you or something, and then like your whole skin is crawling with tick.
You catch a breeze from the fan, and you think you're getting attacked.
Right. Yeah.
Well, those crickets are nasty, and they're scary looking.
They're just really big. Oh, and I should show. I took a picture of the kitchen bug. We're having like some wildlife.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're intruding.
Like we moved into the woods.
Yeah.
Big time. Oh no! Turn the other way.
Yeah.
So
that is an actual picture of the grasshopper,
and like
that is probably still on the wall of the kitchen.
Yeah, right. We've just given the kitchen to him.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
That's
I tried to get him the other day, and he flew, and I was like, okay.
Okay, now you live here, and we don't.
Yeah.
So, wildlife. That's so gross.
It's not even wildlife; it's bugs.
Yeah.
Bugs and turkeys. And I hear the coyotes every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I had no idea it was such a thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember waking up because I had gotten back late because I went to go
to Ridgefield.
Talk to that lady in Ridgefield. But yeah, I remember you waking up and be like, "Oh, there's a cricket on my face," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
And you went right back to sleep. But you missed like the war.
But I mean, if you had told me like, "John, get this cricket,"
I need your help. That is me living behind water. What do you mean?
I think she's saying she lives behind water, so she has bugs.
Like near a beach?
Maybe. Or a lake. River, pond, puddle. Bugs like the wet.
Yeah. Oh, what was that spider? The Fisher spider? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll never forget my first night staying here. Spit the mouthwash into the sink in the bathroom, and then crawling out of the drain was a giant Fisher spider.
That happened to me the other day. I don't think it was a Fisher spider, but I was downstairs doing dishes, and I think Susie. Oh, I had just told Susie the story about me pulling over on the side of the highway and taking my pants off. Did I tell you about that?
Because you had a bug in there?
I thought I had a bug in my pants, so I like felt something in between my pants and my leg, like down below. Are we back?
Yes.
Okay, so driving on the highway, I thought I had a bug in my pants, had a full-blown panic attack, and then pulled over on the side of the highway, and I'm like ripping my pants off to try to get my bug out of my pants. And it's
Bye,
like,
TNS.
oh, bye. Have a good night. Yeah, so it was a piece of plastic dog toy. So not a bug. Anyway, so I was telling Susie about that, and then like as I'm doing the dishes right after telling her about it, I'm like, spider comes crawling out of the drain and it's like, but it could have been me, and I'm like, oh, I hate it here. It's so gross. Oh yeah.
Well, maybe we should
I know.
get rid of some of the nature around the house.
No, we definitely should, because the other thing that's happening is, so there's the whole house, the small house that we live in is surrounded by trees. So when things get wet, like no sun comes and everything just stays wet. Like the siding of the house is still wet, even though it stopped raining 3 days ago.
Yep.
Hi, Faith. The bugs here are like immigrants from Australia. They're out to kill me. I think that's the only silver lining of the bug situation here, is that like basically nothing is actually poisonous.
No, but just annoying.
Yeah, no, for sure annoying, but
Well, and for me, like
won't actually kill you.
right, but the little gnats that like
Yeah.
right in your ear, those drive me nuts. Oh, Em's here.
Oh.
Tell Em about the zip line.
My wife had a bug in the car, and she jumped out and left the car and drive and terrified me.
Nice.
I had to jump out the car today. There was a turtle crossing the road.
How come you don't tell me anything?
The road that goes from Wilton to Ridgefield. I was driving and there was a turtle crossing the road, and he was like 1/8 of the way across.
You got sunburned today.
No, it's because I was just rubbing my
okay.
skin.
Natural blush.
Yeah. Yeah, the natural blush trend.
Son keeps jumping spiders as pets.
Oh no. I'm severely arachnophobic. His enthusiasm for them help, but I've gotten to where I can let some earn their keep for a while, but I'm still terrified of them. Yeah, that would not.
Oh, Bomber Steve, just in time to tell us about terrifying animals from Australia.
We're talking about bugs, like I feel like as usual on this live stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've I've been looking for a way to send this to you. I don't know if you have Discovery Channel or Discovery Plus or any way to watch the show Homestead Rescue. It's this whole thing where they like send this family of 3 to like these different homesteads, and they like help them build better infrastructure or like fence in their animals properly or yada yada.
They pick like 3 projects to work on that
Yeah.
the people desperately need
Sometimes
help
it's
with.
like water related or
Right.
gardening related or whatever.
There's a lot of water related.
So they live in Alaska, and their 40-acre property is like across a river, and they built a zip line, and it looks so cool. It's like it's like a flat zip line, and it's got some kind of pulley system that they can like trolley themselves across.
Yeah.
Oh, Samira, I was telling Samira about it too. I was like, watch this. I was like, maybe it'll make your boyfriend come around to goats, even though it'll probably have the opposite effect. But you never know.
You never know. Usually happy endings, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there has been a sad ending in that show.
No, I know. Well, and the other thing is like if I was watching that show, like not living where we are, it's like any show you watch that and you're like, I could do that, or like you're watching Survivor and you're like, oh, I could start a fire right now.
Yeah,
It just like seems easier when it's not your life.
Well, I want a water wheel.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like if we had a river and a water wheel.
No, if we had a river, I don't
good.
see why we wouldn't have a water wheel. They also.
Maybe we should rent some goats to clear out this stuff over here.
We can do that if you want. I don't know how much it costs to rent goats.
Yeah. Maybe we should just get some goats.
Okay, so Bomber Steve said, do you want some Aussie bug spider arachnid stories? I'm not good with spiders. I'm getting better by letting big huntsmen crawl over my hand when I find them.
Yeah, those are the big giant.
That sounds like a hard pass to me.
Nightmare spiders.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like, why do you need all those legs?
Do they have,
legs.
hard pass.
Yeah.
Oh God. That looks like a Halloween decoration though, really.
Yeah, except
is
it's
that real?
Alive. Yeah.
Oh, that's in her shower. Oh my God. Yeah.
One day we'll figure out how to do like the screen
I don't know.
sharing
I think it shows up pretty well, right? Because it like color corrects.
That's not the point.
And yeah, okay. I mean, we could be a little bit more profesh, but whatever, we're fine.
Twice one day.
Yeah.
Video quality is actually pretty good today.
Okay. Oh, Samir said that he likes the show. Good. So when you get to the zip line episode, like like figure out a way that we can just show it to M or something. Because I looked and I looked and I looked on the internet and I can't figure out. Hey, sketch art, how's it going? Yes, all the animals are good. Thankfully.
Yep.
Yes.
Zip lines, pulley systems, hay bales.
Hay
bale
elevators.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were looking at the hay bale elevator situation today. Did you come up with any good
Well, I was just looking at where we could
pull the truck from?
Well, because I'm wondering if maybe it makes sense to go from over here since there's like a platform right there. Because on the other side, it's really just a railing, so there's just a couple feet.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go over here, because my thought is maybe we could figure out a way to get it on a pallet or some sort of thing where it's like 4 or more at a time. I think 4 is probably the number. Because so the thing that they have at Harbor Freight is for like hunting. So like after it's for processing.
Yeah.
But so I think it can pull 400 pounds. So that would be 8 bales of hay.
Yeah.
But, if we go and get 150 or more bales of hay and we have to do it one at a time.
No, yeah, we don't want to do it
Right.
one at a time. I think 4 at a time.
Yeah. And then we'll just have one person up there to unload and stack.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think we are going to want to look and make sure that we have enough weight bearing. And I think we should do the pallet thing too, right? So that there's airflow underneath.
I don't know. Mulberry Branch kind of said that it wouldn't be as important if it was on the 3rd floor because the moisture would probably be down lower
Okay.
and like heat rises, ? I'm not sure.
Well, he does rise, but that means it would be hotter up there.
Yeah, well, hotter is okay as long as it's not damp. Yeah. Who had a mine cart rail system for a log pile down to his house. That is cool. I would love some. I think the monorail is like really the move.
Right.
Oh man,
Yeah.
You know what I heard today on the radio?
What did you hear on the
The
radio?
fastest accelerating roller coaster in the world.
Oh, they shut it down.
Yeah, because it was breaking people's bones.
Yeah, necks and backs.
And they're like, no, it could have been anything. We're not sure that that's what it was doing. So we got to be careful with the monorail.
Yeah. So Sydney funnel web spider, most toxic venom of any spider in the world. Fangs are so sharp they go through toenails.
Ew, what?
We also have big spider in Queensland called the whistling or bird-eating spider.
I've heard of the bird-eating spider. I'm gonna Google the Sydney
I think
funnel
Bomber
web
Steve told us
spider.
about the bird-eating spider. There it is, Sydney funnel web spider. First thing to come up.
Oh, it doesn't look that awful. I mean, it looks awful.
It's still
But...
pretty big. It's like the size of your hand, palm.
Yeah, but without knowing that its fangs go through your toenails, it looks mean. Look at it, like ready to pounce in these. So gross. Ugh, yuck. Yuck.
We should maybe just do a video where Bomber Steve gives us like 10 or 12 like crazy things that happened in Australia. We do like a reaction
collab.
video.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so funny. Oh, we should do that.
We should do that. That would be fun.
Okay, but if it's hot, won't you also have humidity? Yeah, well, so
That's what I think.
Yeah, well, I guess we could put pallets on the ground. And the pallets would also probably help distribute the weight, ?
Well, it'll also add weight.
True.
But I think that would help with airflow because the problem would just be, although I don't know, who knows?
Look, read this. I just unloaded 300 bales last week for the farm and then towed the hay wagon back with my Tahoe while wearing a straw hat. I saw John had his straw hat website open the other day. He was looking at them.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I had Tractor Supply open for Western hats because I've since moved from straw hat to cowboy hat.
Oh,
After watching
because
Homestead
Rescue.
Yeah.
The main guy in Homestead Rescue wears a cowboy hat.
But he's got like a Stetson, so that's like the real.
He also wears like a button-down white shirt, and he has it
Buttoned all the way down to here.
Yeah, like sometimes it's just to here, but sometimes it's like all the way to his belt, like J-Lo style. It is so funny. I can't with his outfits. Okay. Chloe says, random, but my raspberry bush is huge and out of control. Going to cut it back this fall, but can I dig the whole thing up and move it? I think so, because when you like buy raspberries, you're probably going to buy them bare root, which kind of implies to me that they're pretty easy to transplant. / we're going to try to transplant all of them.
You just want to do it in the fall when they're dormant.
Right.
Dormant. Like not now.
Yeah, right.
Because they're still like alive and well.
Cut back in the fall, and then while it's dormant, move its butt wherever you want it.
Steve said he's up for that, so.
Oh, good.
Figure out how to do that.
Yeah. I think that would be so funny. Yeah, you make Australia sound scary.
Yeah.
It's like, cannot be on the tourism board.
Well, you've been there.
I have been there, and it was full of flies.
Well, you went during Black Fly
10
season?
out of 10 did not enjoy, would not recommend.
Yeah.
And we were there over New Year's, and it was like most depressing New Year's on record, because it was just like me and my sister in a hotel room. Like, being like, and it was like 12 hours
ahead of everybody else's New Year's.
Yeah, of everybody else. Hi, Britain Farms Homestead. How's it going? We play it up a bit. It's not that bad. Most people never encounter anything potentially deadly. But I know that some people do, because I forget. I think we were like at a koala encounter thing, and the guide was telling us that like, oh, like I don't usually do the Wednesday shift or whatever, but the guy who's usually working today is out on anaphylactic shock, like medical leave, because he stepped on a ant pile thing and like got so attacked by ants that he literally went into anaphylactic shock like during his tour. Wow. And like the tourists had to be like, what's the 911 of Australia? Sounded bad, and like that had just happened. So hard pass. Okay. Anywho, Chicken Village. You want to talk about the Chicken Village?
So we have a chicken village. So we started building the second half of Chicken Village. So we have the 6 coops on the one side. We have Norman's coop up here, and now we're completing the horseshoe with the other side now. So that's good. And we had like the whole family out on Saturday to give us a helping hand and helped breeze through it. So we got like the main platform set. So basically it's like one of the long runs. So it's 4 feet wide by 36 feet long.
Isn't that so long? Like, let that sink in for a second. A 36-foot long chicken coop.
Because it's 6 foot wide chicken coops. So the only thing that is like all together is really just the floor. So we have the floor set up with, you know, joists and blah, blah, blah. And then plywood on top. And then Kat and I worked on framing out everything today after work. So we have all the frames for the fronts and backs done. So next we just got to put them into place, screw them in, then get the rafters up, and
next thing you know, we'll be siding.
And we're not putting, so on the first run that we did, we put exterior nesting boxes out. So that means that instead of like a 4-sided chicken structure, you have, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides with the exterior nesting boxes. So it's a lot more that you need to.
I can't believe I'm late again. Neither can we.
So it's a lot more. It's a lot more work that you need to do both in framing and siding and hinges and like all sorts of stuff for the nesting boxes. Yeah. So we're just not going to put exterior nesting boxes on this one because we found that with these ones, it's 4 feet is deep enough that it gives them plenty of room, the chickens, but it's shallow enough that we can go in there and get eggs.
Like easily reach
right
to the nesting boxes, which are even like further back.
Right, it's an extra foot, so 5 feet. But it's also, you're in the runs anyway to feed and water. So instead of like feeding and watering and then walking around, so it should be.
Well, plus, the other thing about the nesting boxes
hey, Adrian.
is the coops are like really well cleared out in front, and it's all like level and clear and open. The back is like a rocky, rooty, trunky mess. So anytime I'm walking around back, like when we were like putting the pallet wood on the nesting box lids and painting, I was tripping and falling. Yeah, like all over the place. And I'm just like, just what I need is to be collecting like really like valuable hatching eggs. Like I'm with like, 6 I Am Samani hatching eggs that we're going to send to somebody. Whoa. Like, you know, not ideal. So I think it'll be safer and better and easier and just fine for the chickens.
Totally. And I think it'll be nice because that first section we did
BRB
without the we didn't have the tractor at that time. So I think going forward, you know, when we have time to build something, we'll have the time to appropriately prepare the land for where we're going to put it. You know, we have the backhoe and the front loader, so like we could have done like some really nice work over there to level the ground and remove like the little stumps and all that kind of stuff. So that would have been good. Because even the difference in the grade from one end to the other, so 36 feet is a long way. So there's a pretty big drop. I think it's probably like 1.5 feet from one end to the other. So it would be nice to have that totally flat. You know, we live in Connecticut, so it's tough with the rocks. We have hilly, rocky soil, but yeah, Adrian, we do have some cicadas. We don't get overrun for sure, but yeah, I think we do have some cicadas, but mostly crickets. But yeah, so going forward, we'll be able to plan better and get that level graded. Chloe wants to own a ball python.
Oh, why?
So he's all special by himself, but the hog nose I'm breeding, I've saved. I think Chloe and Steve have been talking about snakes.
Oh.
That we've been.
I had a corn snake when I was in high school. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, I'm sure he died, but.
What do you mean? Like he got out?
No, I just don't. I don't remember. It's a weird pet. Okay. They're loud. Oh, is that the cicadas are loud? Yeah, they are. And when I was at farm friend Lily's house yesterday, oh my God, she had cicada shells.
Oh, really?
Like her fence, her walls, the side of the trailer, like everywhere.
I'm surprised because she's
like, what is
so
this?
close to like city.
Yeah, it was intense.
He did get out once. Remember, we found it in the basement.
Is that what my mom said?
Yeah.
He did get out once, remember. I remember hamsters getting out and finding them, like, in the vents, like the air duct work. We could, like, hear them scuttling around, and, like, my mom would have, like, who was it, Joe or Jeff, like, take apart the vent in the basement to, like, rescue them. It's funny. Hamsters, I think, are better pets than snakes, though. Just gonna go on record and say that.
I've never had either.
Yeah, not a pet guy until now when you've got all the pets.
All the pets.
Oh, so funny. Okay, done talking about Chicken Village? And so I think I'm hoping that we're going to have at least 2 coops done by the end of this weekend. So all of our chicks that are brooding in our porch brooder can go outside.
Well, yeah, I saw some back and forth talk with that person with the I Am Samanis, and I forgot that those are coming soon, right?
Well, those are coming, and so are the Appenzeller Spitzhaubens.
What is it?
Appenzeller Spitzhaubens. Oh no, Samira, you've got a hamster out in your house right now. Oh, good luck. I think if you just be like real quiet, that's like your best hope of like hearing it scuffling around.
Well,
but
let's be real. Samira, how often is it?
I know,
really
real quiet in your house,
house?
probably never. So, but they're nocturnal though, so maybe once everybody goes to bed, do some like hard listening. Because I think that's when you like can really hope to find them. Yeah, but I do. I think that's like part of hamster ownership is like having it escape and trying to locate it. That's like, if you have you really owned a hamster if it hasn't escaped its cage. So when I was in college, I had Biggs McLarge Huge, and he never got out. And then he ended
Which
up.
is you can't just fly by possibly the best name for any animal ever. So she had a hamster, and the name was
Biggs McLarge Huge.
Biggs McLarge Huge. Like,
and he was
how
like
good is that?
Like a Russian Siberian hamster. So he was like
very
small. Very.
We'll see if that works. Hello, buddy there. We're gonna try being on mobile.
So we're connected. Oh, we only have 5 people.
Well, it's probably just
4 people
because of the internet. I don't know. Sketchart says yep.
Okay, sorry. We're having internet problems.
Yeah.
As usual.
As usual.
But we're on data now, so hopefully that'll be better. Mystery Master? That's a good name.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked up our internet for long.
I know. For the first months we were here, we were like, "Oh, the internet's so good. Oh, the internet never drops." And now it's like, "Welcome."
Is the TV on?
Yeah. Oh, I should turn it off. You think that'll help?
Yes.
My second DRB is live.
We have Homestead Rescue playing in the background, so maybe turning that off will help.
No.
Catherine prevents the dogs from coming out here. So, let's see. Other than Biggs McLarge Huge, what was it? Was it yesterday that we had an unexpected visitor? Or the day before?
What visitor? Our tax assessor? Yeah, that was yesterday.
I was going to try to play it up a little more.
Oh, sorry.
So I was working and Kat was very busy.
Definitely not just scrolling Instagram.
Yeah, definitely not. But and I saw a car pull up and it had our town's logo on the side. So I was like, what the hell's this? We have like 1, 2, 2.5 open building permits or zoning permits right now, just for stuff. And excuse me. And I was worried that they were going to come and be like, "You haven't finished your zoning permit. What are you doing?" To which I was going to say, "Whoa, man, back off." But no, it was the tax assessor came because we actually have those open permits. So he came to just verify the lengths and widths and all that. And
we're gonna write down bet amounts of how much they're gonna raise our taxes for building a barn, a hay storage, and the chicken village.
Right. Well, the hay storage isn't done yet, so.
Well, but the permit's open, right?
True.
Isn't that when they start raising taxes?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't say anything about the tractors, so that's good. But I don't know if they can.
No, of course or is it registered?
It's not registered anywhere. It doesn't go on the road. But I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either, but yeah, I mean, I guess if it doesn't have like a license plate.
Our house doesn't have a license plate.
Yeah, but it's. I was gonna say but it's property.
So is that.
Right.
But there is. So one of the things that we need to do is, and I've been waiting to do this. So like last year, we set this up on our old property where you can designate your land as farmland, and it's like they have like 8 different categories, whether it's pasture or like tillable land that's really good, and blah blah blah, and goes down from there. So we're going to be able to claim where our alpacas are as pasture, also where the chickens are, and there is a property tax exemption for farm buildings.
To Anne's point.
Yes, but that's through the state, and I believe it's up to the municipality to honor that or to accept it. So we'll see what they have to say. And if they really have a problem with it, just wait until we convert this 40 acres into Farmland, and then
they
take
can
all
suck
the
it.
tax dollars out of their pocket. Yeah. So.
Okay, so Adrian said, did I miss if you're going to flower farm? I just got back. And then Chloe said, nope, but I need to know about flower farming too. I have so many plants and flowers, but I love getting new info and idea for the flower farming. So our plan is that mess behind us.
Well, there actually is stuff growing now.
Yeah, but it's like devil weeds. It's probably going to be so much worse. We should have cover cropped that. We should have just bought a 50-pound bag of winter rye. And
yeah, so I saw that at Benedict's when I was there today.
Yeah.
But we could still.
Yeah, I was just about to say maybe we still should.
Well, I could go down there with the torch all that.
Yeah. So.
Give it to the chickens.
I already have in my Swan Island Dahlia tuber order. I ordered 3 of each of 2 different types of their collections, because their collections are like already discounted. So you get, I think when we did the pom pom collection, because John likes those, they're like little round ball dahlias, so they're not these like big huge ones.
I like the little balls.
Yeah, and I think it's 5 different colors of those. So I got 3 of those collections, and then I got 3 of the cut flower collections, and I think that's like 5 or 6 different varieties. And then if you order before September 1st, so maybe it's good that we're talking about this, you get 10% off applied automatically, and then over $75 you get free shipping, and for every $50 you spend, you get a free gift. So we were like,
you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't usually have water up here, and I don't today. So we have like the collection discount, the 10% discount, free shipping, and free gifts. And I feel like they're giving them to me, but we probably ordered
it was expensive, but we got like a tremendous value from what you would
probably
usually.
like 50 really good quality tubers for like $200.
Well, and we also, so after we.
Hey, Rebel Canners, how's it going?
And I think it was after you were in some of the Facebook groups, and they were all talking about the what is it, the
gall.
The gall. Kat canceled a bunch of our orders that were imported dahlias, and we shifted and ordered from a bunch of American only companies, and we got really varying results. Like some tubers were great and fine and probably would have been good, right?
Yeah, if we had been there to take care of them.
If we had been there to take care of them. But some of them were really disappointing, and we're paying a premium for American grown tubers, which we're happy to do,
support small business.
Right. Love to support a small business, local somewhere, not local to us, but local to plenty of other people. But some of them were just so sad and
yeah, they came
this
in
is
weird
really
and
what
twisty.
You're going to charge for?
Yeah.
Paying a premium for this?
So I think, the plan is dahlias and just what I can grow easily from seeds that I already have. Because we're going to spend so much money on dirt and compost that I'm not going to spend a ton of money on seeds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to work through the seed collection that we already have.
Well, I think we talked about just doing section.
Yeah, right.
Because it's going to cost probably well over $10,000 to fill this whole place with both screen fill and then topsoil and then compost and all that stuff. So we'll start with a small section that's much easier to digest.
Because we need to do a small section now. You can sort of see this road behind us.
Right.
On this side, we've got to get ready for the blueberries, because it's going to be blueberry digging time before we even know it.
Well, when?
I mean, I think as soon as you want to order a truckload of dirt and a truckload of compost.
Well, I want to try to get some of the rocks out of there.
Out of there closer?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going to I don't know. Because we're not going to be tilling that section.
Right. Well, we had talked about, I think we need to figure out how we're going to maintain it too. Because I don't want to have to mow in between each one of those things. either, because that has been a tremendous pain
Yeah.
in my butt.
Right. So you just want to chip it?
I'm fine with chipping it or maybe just making sure that it's wide enough that they're spaced far enough apart. At least the rows are that we can get
the tractor through.
Right, even just the lawn tractor would be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we should also
Ashley.
figure out how wide we want it to be and mark it off.
Right.
And then, because there's still a whole bunch of stuff that I have to clean up, and then I can do that like fun John tractor time.
Right. I'm getting ready to start microgreen growing. It's to get enough money to grow more flowers and fruits and start my big orchard. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a market? How are you going to sell your microgreens? Because I got really into like kind of who hooked me into the YouTube Farmland world was Curtis Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has like a huge microgreen like operation and he sells to like restaurants, I think mostly.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of microgreens, but I don't know who would buy them.
Like around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I guess probably what you'd want to do is get into like a grocery store or something. Sell,
either
like,
a grocery store
packages.
or if you're near like a big city that has a lot of fancy restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Right. Put down cardboard and ship it. Yeah, so that's how we at our last house where we were converting grass areas into farm stuff. That's what we did. But it's just dirt here now. So it's like the bigger problem is what's like the future gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I just want to figure out where we're gonna need to level it.
Right.
And stuff like that, so that I can do that. And I talked about building a soil screener so we can just get rid of some of those rocks and yada yada. Yeah.
Here, do you want to be in the light a little bit? We're gonna get dark again. We still got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna turn on that light? That's a good thought. So yeah, that's the plan for gardening and growing. Because the other thing, I was so surprised that when we pulled all of these tree stumps out, I thought that things were like just gonna grow. Because we had a bunch of plants left over from our plant sale, and I just went and like smashed them all into the ground, and like none of them really grew. So I don't know. It's like a scary time in my head down there. Because I'm like, oh, what if nothing grows? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We will see.
But I think we've put so much effort and money and time into getting all the animals set up that I think if next year we put, the animals will be set up by then.
Right. So the focus would be on plants.
Yeah, plants, and maybe trying to get some kind of irrigation system set up down there.
Yeah.
So.
Or like running plumbing down there for water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now we have just a bunch of hoses.
Hoses everywhere.
Yeah.
If you were planning to take down more trees, it would probably be cheaper to hire a chipper and chip your own. Yeah, so we have a guy who is running like a little firewood business off our property. So he's helping.
He's just chopping firewood for us.
Oh, because it's illegal to run a firewood business?
He's not running a firewood
Well,
business.
I mean, he's storing and slicing his
wood
firewood
for us.
here.
For our wood stove that's in our fireplace that's over there.
Why? Okay. So he bought a chipper.
He did.
So any trees that he cuts down going, forwards but really backwards, he's gonna chip himself. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Your stump removal.
So yesterday, my project was. So we have 2 ways of getting down to like our farm. So we have one road that's over this way, sort of near our driveway, that has a bunch of bumps, and it's actually longer to get, anywhere. Because our chicken village is over here. And so to get there, did it just get darker?
Yeah, it like suddenly got darker. It was like...
So anyway.
Maybe if we're closer. There, that's fine. fine, right?
Yeah, fireside chats here.
First, that's taken.
So anyway, yeah. So we have this road over here, but we also have this road that's over yonder. And we have like a really big tree that was a split maple, so it had two trunks, going this way. And we cut it down back in like the very first days that we started cutting down trees. And so it's kind of just been in the way because it really like just narrows the path. So yesterday my goal was to cut it down. And so I have my Husqvarna 455 Rancher that has a 20-inch bar, and this tree was at least in some parts like 45 inches wide. So it took a lot to get it cut up and cut off the base, because we basically just bucked it. So we cut it like as far down the stump as you can, and ended up with like probably 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide monster of a trunk. And so it took a long time, but eventually got it, and then used the backhoe on the tractor to sort of push it over, and then used my pallet forks to pick it up and move it.
Listen, I'm happy for you that you have those pallet forks. Here, my dad is here. Hi, Dad. He said, "Hi, Kat and John. I highly recommend getting plants and seeds from Burpee. I have bought plants ready to plant. Burpee shipped the plants overnight. All came out well for the second year in a row." We get a Burpee catalog, and they do a really good job marketing their seeds. I'm always like feeling like I need to buy varieties of seeds from them, but I think we're gonna take it easy on seed buying.
Yeah.
Those crickets are trying to drown us out. Sorry, there's the cicadas.
No, I think it's crickets.
Oh, are they crickets?
I don't know.
Well, I think they're both happening, but that like that's cicadas.
What is it?
And my dad says you can get a catalog for free. Just call them. All of the seed companies have our names.
Well, no, they don't have our names. They have my name.
Yeah, right. That's what
because whenever Kat like puts in information for like free catalog or whatever, she puts it in my name.
Yes.
For whatever reason.
But I found a list, like somewhere online, there was a list of like 100 free seed catalogs you can get, and I basically just like went down through the list, and I was like, yes, and like filled, because it doesn't. I don't know. I could spend all winter shopping for seeds, and shopping for seeds and like actually gardening are two very different hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer shopping for seeds, but I'm gonna rein myself in until. So I just threw away my 10-inch stack of 2021 catalogs. Yeah. So because our next season's catalogs, like I've already gotten like probably a dozen or more, like especially fall bulb catalogs, like color blends. Oh, their catalog is so beautiful.
And they're so close to us. They're in Bridgeport.
Right.
Remember we got those
shipping crates from them. Yeah, very cool. So I'm gonna try to keep it reasonable, because we're
reasonable.
But like I think in the future, speaking of bulbs, like one cool thing to do would be to like plant a field of daffodils and tell people that they can come do like spring portraits or whatever here.
Yeah.
But it's we are spending money like we're in Congress right now. So we need to chill and like make some like prioritized decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So like tulip fields or whatever is not going to be a thing
next year.
But like maybe not even, because like the wholesale for the small scale grower, like all his fall tulip bulb orders are like booked and done.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be a thing next year.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not going to be a thing next year.
Like 2023.
Yeah. I have two 3-inch, 1 2-inch. Oh, binders full of seeds. Yeah. So we bought like an entire piece of furniture for our seeds. So like,
yes,
we've got issues for sure. But like, I think a lot of them, we should actually maybe like go through them and give them like the deep clean. Because like seeds from the botanical interests, like
from when you first realized that you liked me.
Yeah. I came home with like a file box full of seeds that I had gotten from work. They were like discontinued from the previous year. And I came home and like John didn't tease me at all. And like I dumped them out on the floor and he like helped me like sort and organize them. And I'm like, this guy's nice.
It's back when we were dating.
Yeah.
Back when she actually liked me.
Why did Old Reading Farm plant light bulbs? They were trying to grow a power plant. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to start needing lights.
Well, hopefully we can get those. What a weird little truck. Hopefully we can get those string lights up. That'll give us some ambiance. Ambiance. How long do seeds last? It depends greatly on the type of seed. I have discovered or found that like lettuce seeds only last a couple years, but I feel like tomato seeds, I don't think they ever go bad. But there are some seeds that they just found in like a tomb in Egypt and they planted and like they're growing this like weird ancient palm that's not been grown for like thousands of years.
Well, because I think it's also how they're stored.
How they're stored, sure.
It definitely is the seed, but like another big part of it is how they're stored. Because we have seeds. I mean, even like 2 years ago, the botanical interest seeds are from 2016.
Right.
And like you just pop open that pack and they grow.
Right.
So it's the seed and how it's stored.
Because there's that like seed vault or something that the like the army has in like a dungeon cave wherever somewhere in the Antarctic. So under those conditions, they probably store forever.
Right.
Okay, do we want to talk about the Reading Artisan Fair?
Sure.
So, 2 years ago? Last year? What year did we go to?
2 years ago.
Yeah, because last year was COVID year and we didn't do anything. So there was this like kind of craft, I mean, I guess it's called the Reading Artisan Fair, but like in my mind, it was just a craft fair. And we were thinking about starting our own like farmer/community market in the summers because the farmers market in our town where we used to live at was like
It's very sad.
It was sad because the market master would only allow one vendor to sell vegetables and it was him. So like a farmer's market with only one vegetable vendor is just like never going to be a thing.
Right.
So we were thinking like he did it on Sundays. So we were thinking like, we'll just start a Saturday market and invite everybody and try to make it like this big huge thing.
Well, we also made it like super cheap for the vendors too.
Right, yeah, because his like upfront fee is $300 and then $20 per. So like we had a restaurant who was gonna let us host there, and it was gonna be this whole thing. And then we found out that it's actually kind of hard to get people interested in coming and vending at least on a consistent basis. So we went to this Reading Artisan Fair. And like every single person who was there, we like took their business card and we were like, oh, we have this idea. Is this something you might be interested in? And we made like a big email list. But then when like push came to shove and it was like, okay, we're going to start planning. We need to tell the town how many booths we're expecting because we need to start making plans for like parking. We need to get permits.
Right.
Then people were like, maybe every once in a while I might come. And it was like, that's not going to work.
Flaky little vendors.
So anyway, so now we think we're going to sell yarn at this Reading Artisan Fair. It's in December. So, because our yarn sales have pretty much dropped off. We sold out of one color and we sold most of Macy, I think. Mm-hmm. But Connie was our sellout, which is great. Go Connie. So we'll see how that goes.
It should be nice because it's December like 14th or something like that.
Christmas
so right before
shopping.
Christmas.
Yeah, because that's what we thought. Like we thought like, oh, there will be a big rush of yarn sales now right when they launch because people will be excited because it's all we've been talking about.
Yeah. And
then we anticipated the drop off, and now we're thinking like Christmas time will be our next second thing. So it costs $100 to
get a booth.
To get a booth, and by to get a booth, they mean to give you a 10-foot space.
Yeah, did they send more information about that?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
So you bring your own everything. All they give you is
so
a 10-foot.
So we need tables and a tent.
Well, I don't think you need a tent because it's inside.
Then what's the difference between tables and a booth? Because she said we're not doing tables, we're doing booths.
I'm not sure. I guess
it might be outside.
Ooh, if it's outside, that's going to be extremely cold.
Yep. We'll have to see.
Okay.
But so I think we can get a 10 by 10 tent for a little over $100.
Well, if it's outside, I'm not sure I'm going to be super excited about that. Who's going to come to an outside craft show in December?
Huh?
'Cause it's at the middle school in our old town.
Yeah.
It used to be in like the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, booth is space.
Right.
Just code. That's what Ann said.
Mm.
Oh, Samira says the farmer's market down the street from me is amazing. Do you have to live in the town to be a vendor? No.
But a lot of farmers markets require you to sign up for X number of
The entire season.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so like our previous town's thing, it was like you prepaid for the first like 10 ones, and then you could pay $20 each after that.
You had to give him $20 for the first ones too.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, because we sold like 4 bouquets,
Oh,
and then had to give him like basically all the money we made.
yeah.
It's not a good situation.
No.
I go to outdoor. So the only outdoor thing I can think of in December that like I could be down for is in Bryant Park. Does like a Christmas village thing,
Just wear a jacket.
but they set up like fire pits and they have like hot apple
Mystic
cider
does stuff like that.
vendors. So like if it's a whole big thing, but this isn't gonna be like that. This is gonna be like just small, cold, sad people if it's outside. And I'm not down for being small and cold and sad. Do you guys have a banner for the booth? We do have a banner.
But maybe we'll do a new one with like more information on it.
Yeah, the thing I don't want to do is
Spend a whole bunch of money.
because that's what we did for the farmer's market. We spent a crap load of money on like a tent and the banner, and then we went 3 times and didn't sell shit and gave all of our money away.
Language!
It's 9 o'clock at night. It's 8 o'clock at night. Everybody's in bed.
No one's in bed. Who here is in bed right now? No one.
I would be if I wasn't.
Well, that's not the point. So
Yeah.
would I.
Anyway, okay. Mulberry Branch Farm goes live right after us.
We're gonna disappear into the abyss of darkness.
No,
And,
it is so dark. I think I'm gonna try to get the lights set up for next week. Yeah, I've had like the flashlight on my phone shining at us for the past like 10 minutes. Oh my god, it's 10 a.m. there. Just getting moving. Well, sorry to start your day off.
10 a.m. where?
I think Australia, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're big in the Aussie market. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, everybody. Have
Thank
a good
you.
Wednesday night.
Woo!